Alright guys, today's video is about one thing and one thing only. I'm going to unpack my camera bag and go through all the gear that I use to make videos. Okay, cool. So the first thing, I'm making this video because it's a question I get asked a lot. It's like the #1 most common thing that I see in my Instagram DMs. What gear do you use? What camera do you use? Whatever. And the reason I was reluctant to make this video is because I've been doing this on and off for 6 years now. I've been doing it kind of more seriously for the last 3 years. And I've accumulated this kit over that course of time. And I've done that because this is how I make money. I didn't go out one day and just spend $10,000 and buy all this stuff all at once. I've accumulated it over the years. But nonetheless, I thought I'll go through with it because I get asked a lot and I know it's something a lot of people are interested in. So this is my camera bag. This is a Vanguard bag. I'm not sure what the model is specifically, but I'll put it in the description if I can. First thing, water bottle. I didn't used to have a water bottle. I only bought this like 6 months ago. But it's this is like a Thermos Cafe water bottle. It's one of those like double insulated metal ones. It's really nice. It's really good. I drank way more water since I bought this water bottle. Love it. You can put ice in it in the morning and it will stay cool for the entire day. The next thing to come out of this bag, not really a video thing, but a very important tool. This is my 2018 MacBook Pro. This is the 15-inch, the top spec model. That's not the made to order one. It's like the 512 gig one, not the i9 one, the one below that. So before I open this, again, I know I kind of touched this in the beginning, but if you want to start a YouTube channel, you do not need to own this. This is way overkill if you're just starting a YouTube channel. You know what's a great thing to start a YouTube channel on? Something you already have. Get your phone. I'm filming this on my phone right now because all my gear's in here. But your phone, the phone you have in your pocket is probably all good. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, you do not need to buy all of this. You should literally just use your phone. Start filming. Start filming right now. Don't even bother watching the rest of this video if that's why you came. So yeah, that's my little rant. Gear doesn't matter, unless it's your job. Okay, this is Sarah from later in the episode. If you don't care about camera stuff, you should probably skip this episode. It might be quite boring. But if you're interested in camera stuff, keep watching. I didn't pack this particularly well today, but everything is in here that would usually be in here. First thing that comes out, this is my vlogging camera. This is the Panasonic G85. I'll link all the stuff that I remember to link in the description of this video. It might be a long list. This is my primary vlogging camera, and this also serves as my second camera on professional work. It's a great camera. It's got in-body image stabilization. It's got 4K at up to 30 frames, all those kind of bells and whistles. And it costs 1/3 off my production camera, which I'll show you in a second. The lens I use for vlogging is almost always the Panasonic 7-14. That gives you that really wide angle look. I really like that. Until I started M, I didn't have this lens, and it's something I saw other vloggers had, and I don't know, I really like that ultra wide angle look. I use the Rode Video Micro. This is my favorite of the Rode Video mic line mics. The reason I like it is the dead cat in Wellington, it's always windy. It's always windy in Wellington, so having the dead cat really cuts through that wind and makes sure you can still hear me when I vlog outside. And the other thing I like about this one compared to the other Rode mics is there's no batteries. So you hit record, if it's plugged in, you hit record, it works. So many vloggers I've seen have filmed videos and realized that the mic's not on and had no sound. With this microphone, you're never going to run into that issue, which is really nice. Okay, I'm just going to swap these cameras around and then we'll keep going. Okay, I'm going to start on this side and then work my way in. First off, laptop charger. You've got to have a way to charge your laptop. That's pretty self-explanatory. I have this small LED panel. All my other lights are at the office. If you want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments. But this is a small LED panel. I carry it with me everywhere. Headphones, these are wireless. These are the Sennheiser PXC 550s, I think. They're great wireless headphones. The sound quality is amazing. Having fully wireless headphones to edit on is great. The latency is really low. I can be editing on my laptop and wireless, no problem. The only thing is the noise cancelling is good. It's not quite as good as the Bose QC35s. Those are kind of the industry leader for noise cancelling headphones. But apart from that, they're really good. I'm a big fan. This is the Logitech MX Master 2S. This is the mouse I use. I really like it. It's got a lot of customizable buttons. So I have heaps of my editing shortcuts set to these. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this mouse. These are my filters in this little pouch here. ND filters are like sunglasses for your camera, and I've also got some step down rings as well. They're pretty useful when you need to shoot outside or even indoors if you've got a lot of light for whatever reason. Cool, this is all the boring stuff. The fun stuff's at the end. Sorry, you're gonna have to go through it. Cool. Spare batteries, these are my G85 spare batteries. They are nicely labelled. These are the ones for that camera. I've got 2 spares plus the battery in there for a total of 3 batteries. I've got pens. These are my favourite pens. These are the Uni Jetstream pens. Yeah, they're my favourite pens. They write really nicely. I love them for uni. I've got more pens just in case you need pens. Got tissues. I get hay fever a lot, so that's kind of important. This is not usually in the bag, but at the moment I have a ticket to the cricket. Got a spare phone. I don't really know why I carry this in here. It's in case I need to do a Facebook Live or something and for some reason my phone's busy. So yeah, I would like a spare. This is a Moto G. It's like a good budget Android phone from a few years ago, just in case I need to do a Facebook Live, or if I need to do a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live at the same time. It has come in handy before, and it takes up like no space. Got over a battery bank, great if your phone runs out of battery or whatever. I always travel with one of these. This is a Xiaomi one, it has quick charge and all of that. I'm a big fan of it, 10,000 milliamp hours. Great battery bank. Gaff tape, this is tape, but it's like fancy tape. It doesn't leave residue behind when you peel it off. You never know when you'll need tape. This thing has saved me so many times. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can use it to mount mics under t-shirts. You can use it to just tape things if you don't have the appropriate mounting hardware with you. This stuff is incredible. If you're a videographer or photographer and you don't have gaff tape in your camera bag, you should get some of this. If you just like search on YouTube, like uses for gaff tape, people have so many things they use it for. It's incredible. Got over Keep Cup. This is like a Keep Cup brand one. I reckon they have the best lids of all the Keep Cups. I'm a big fan. More pens. I've got some ball heads in case I need to mount something in like a unusual like angle ball head. Got the tungsten filter in case I want to make that light yellow. And this is one of my favourite pieces of kit. This is the Peak Design clip, I think that's what it's called. It's from a company called Peak Design. It's outrageously expensive, but it's so good. You can clip it onto your belt or onto like your camera or your bag strap, and you can just click your camera in and out. It's my favourite way to walk with a camera around the city. You can just clip it to my waist. It's way better than having a camera strap that dangles around. I'm such a big fan of this. It's outrageously expensive, but I love it. I would never go without one of these. Got a spare Arca plate. All my cameras have Arca plates attached to them, so I have these on all my tripods as well. In case I need to attach to another tripod, I don't want to have to take the plate off the bottom of my camera, so I'll chuck this on that tripod and then lock my camera in. More pens. I really don't know why I have so many pens. Pens are not actually that important. Spare SD card reader in case I need an SD card reader. Never know when you might need to unexpectedly upload footage. These are AA Inner Loop Pro batteries. I use these for my mic packs. They're great. They're just AA batteries, but they're good AA batteries and they're rechargeable, which is awesome. I have a multi-tool. I didn't have one of these for years, and you have no idea how many times this has saved me when I need to get like a screw out or something weird, or I need to screw something in. And I've also got an Allen key for the plates on the bottom of my cameras. Little multi-tool. This has saved me so many times. I would never go without that. I've got 2 spare batteries for my GH5 for a total of 3 batteries. Nothing will grind your shoot to a halt faster than running out of power, so batteries, they're like 30 bucks. It's just worth having more than you need. Got some antihistamines because I get hay fever and have allergies. And yeah, that's the entire top compartment. Cool. So working our way down, some parts of this bag are more organized than others. So I'll show you the thing everyone came here for. I have a second Rode video mic just in case I want to film with Rode video mics on both cameras. This is my production camera. This is the Panasonic GH5. I absolutely love this camera. It's like 3 times more than that camera, but for the professional work I do, it is absolutely incredible. It just does everything. It's such a pleasure to work with. This is probably my favourite piece of kit in this bag. A lot of this kit I'm indifferent to. I wouldn't mind if it was swapped for something else, but I love this. It shoots 4K at up to 60 frames a second, which allows you to slow it down. No other cameras under like $5,000 really do that. That's such a nice feature to have. But yeah, it's got in-body image stabilization, great battery life, unlimited record time. It's just a workhorse production camera, and I would hate to have to give this up. This is by far my favorite production camera. In terms of lenses, I have Panasonic's 12-35. That's kind of my workhorse lens. That one's on there like 70% of the time. The other 20% of the time it is the Panasonic 25. This is a prime, so that's a 50mm equivalent in full frame terms. This is like a 24-70 in full frame terms. This one's a bit faster. It's a nice lens as well. I also have the 7-14 that's on that camera right now, and I have a 45-150 in case I need some extra range. I don't use that last one all that much. In terms of audio is half a video. Heaps of beginning filmmakers don't invest. I just have my lens hoods like in the bag. I don't use them all that often, so they just kind of float around here. I've also got like those like, you know, like lens and body caps in here just in case. One thing I see beginner filmmakers not invest enough in is audio. Audio is half a video. People are much more forgiving to like video that looks a bit compared to audio that they can't hear and understand properly. Audio is so important. At the moment I use, for most of my work that is dialogue based, which is like all the work I do, I use the Saramonic kit. It has 2 transmitters and 1 receiver that can connect to both of these at the same time, which is great. This kit's fine. It's relatively cheap. It's only $1,000 for a dual channel kit, which sounds like a lot, but if you look into wireless gear, it's pretty affordable. The only hesitation I have about recommending this is that one of my transmitters broke for no apparent reason. It just wouldn't turn on one day last year, so I had to replace it, which is kind of annoying. None of the other pieces of this kit have shown any trouble, but yeah, it's a cautious recommendation on that one. Saramonic's also like a not as well known as some of the other brands, but it is a lot cheaper, and if you need 2 transmitters going into 1 receiver, it's by far one of the cheapest options. And if you do a lot of work with 2 presenters, this will make your life so much easier. Being able to record audio straight into camera when you're cranking out 3 like high quality videos a day like I was last year is like non-negotiable for me. Being able to get high quality sound into the camera just like that straight away without having to sync it later is absolutely essential. Except for the GH5, that is the other piece of kit that I could not go without. Okay, so here we have kind of just random accessories. This is a phone mount if I need to mount a phone to a tripod. If you need to do like a Facebook live stream or something like that, that comes in handy. MPF batteries, they are used to power that light and a couple of other accessories I'll show you later. They're just batteries that are useful for video stuff. I've got a GoPro. This is a Hero 5. GoPros are great. I don't use it heaps and heaps, but when you need to use a GoPro, it is the only thing you can use. If you need to do anything involving action or water, like there's no substitute for GoPro, so it's a really nice tool to have. Got some like generic audio cables. Those should not be just lying around. This is a little bag that I have my lavs in. I've got like 2 lavs. I'm wearing one at the moment. And like the cables and stuff for that. Got another one of these little bags. These are both like headphone cases that are repurposed. This one also has like sound gear, but like stuff that I use less often, like splitters and stuff like that. I've got this Roland recorder, so sometimes instead of plugging into a wireless mic pack for whatever reason, if it's a long thing, if it's somewhere where I'm having problems with the wireless, I can plug a lav straight into here and the sound will record in here. I actually have 2 of these. I've got a Tascam one as well, which I'm recording this on right now. Those are helpful for scenarios where you don't want to use wireless, or you can't use wireless, or for some reason you don't want to use wireless. I've got 2 of those just in case. I've got another phone mount in case I need a second one, another MPF battery, heaps of random stuff here, tape and like medical tape in case I need to tape a lav directly to someone's skin. Don't use that a lot. Got a magic arm. If you know what that is, you know what that is. If you don't, it really doesn't matter. Got some like in case of emergency batteries, in case all my rechargeable ones run out. Bunch of like lens cleaning stuff. Got a spare lav just in case. And yeah, one more thing. I have my Aperture 7-inch monitor. I'll never use this if I'm working outdoors, but if I'm working inside at a studio, it's really nice just being able to see what you're filming on a bigger screen. Super underrated. And I've got the cables and stuff for that. And I think that is it. I don't think there's anything in these little pockets up here. Nope, they are empty. So yeah, that is the gear that I use to make videos. I've got a couple of bonus things that I'll show you in a second. The other stuff that I use that I don't have on me is my lights. Those are all at work. If you're interested in seeing a video on that, let me know. I'll show you some bonus accessories. So this is stuff that I don't carry in my bag day to day, but I guess I have on hand if I need it. This is the camera I guess I started my video career on. This is a Canon 7D. It's kind of a workhorse DSLR. It got me through like the first actually no, it got me through longer than that. It got me through the first like 4 years I was doing videos. This was my professional camera back then. I got like GoPro mounting accessories. I've got CF cards, those work in that camera, but all my other cameras use SD cards. Walkie-talkies, on the rare occasion I need those. I don't use those all that much. Got a spare lens for Canon. I've got a bunch of these clamps with 1/4" bolt on the end. Useful if you need to mount like a camera or a camera accessory in a weird place. You can kind of just mount it to the screw and then clamp it onto whatever you want to do it on. Spare mouse, some GoPro accessories, one of those mics. These are my old, I've got some spare GoPro batteries here. There's some spare GoPro batteries, but these are my old vlogging cameras. So when I started vlogging back in 2015, when I was at high school, I started on this one. This is the Canon S100. Oh, it still powers on well. I haven't touched this in years. This is a really good, it's kind of stuff now, but this was a really good point and shoot that I started my vlog on. I got it on Trade Me for literally like $100. This is a step up from that. This is the Canon G7X. It's got a much bigger sensor than the other one, and it has a flip screen so you can see yourself while you're vlogging. Hi there. And that was what I used to vlog on during high school after I upgraded. I don't use either of those cameras a whole lot anymore. But I'd like to have them there. I do use the G7X on occasion, but I pretty much never touch the S100. I don't know, they're important cameras to me because they kind of were the foundation of my YouTube career, and that led to my professional career, so I guess they have a bit of sentimental value to me. One other bonus thing, I've got my drone in there. That's a DJI Phantom 3 Advance. I don't use it a whole lot. I'm actually looking at selling it at the moment. And yeah, that's about it, I think. So if you managed to get through this long video of me sitting in the same place, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the gear, just check the description. But otherwise, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I love talking about this stuff. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your weekend or week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ka kite anō. Have a good one.